This is Tool Talk. What's your name and where are you from?
My name is Michael Godberson and I am from Fergus, Ontario.
What type of work do you do?
I'm an electrician and I own my own company, Giverr Electric.
How'd you get started in electrical?
I was 17 and I did an OYAP program through high school and then got into the trades, figured I'd be licensed by 22 and the rest is history.
Well, so right after you got licensed, you started your own company?
No, I was licensed for 4 years. I was licensed for 5 years, then I wrote my master's, and then I started my own company.
Oh, wow. So directly after that, you were on your own, like right in the field. Did you work for anybody else during that time frame? Like you did your apprenticeship through another company and then...
Yep. And then went to the oil sands, I did projects like Beaumont Field, I did hospital jobs, industrial, commercial, and then, started my own company. Thought,
Nice.
It was a good idea.
So being an electrician now, everything that you've went through, is there another trade that you wish you got into or had second thoughts about electrical? If you could do it all over again, would you be an electrician again? Or?
Electric my passion. It's my hobby. It's what I would do on my spare time if I had spare time. It's what I love.
Nice. Somebody younger entering the trades, is being an electrician a path that you would recommend to them?
For sure. Every day it's challenging. There's puzzles that you have to troubleshoot and problem solve. It's rewarding. You work with your body. Some people like that. And you also use your brain every day. So I would definitely recommend it.
What's a must-have tool in your van? Something that if you lost tomorrow or you'd have to immediately replace?
For electricians, it's our meter and proximity sensors because that's what keeps us safe every day. Other than that, I really like the small Milwaukee impact drills. They're lightweight and you can do pretty much anything with it.
Yeah, a small impact?
Yeah.
Who taught you how to use tools or got you inspired into getting into the trades?
My dad probably. He was always handy doing stuff around the house, so I would say I'd credit him with that.
Nice. What's a good tool hack or a tip or a trick that you could share with the audience?
That's a tough one. Tool hack. I would say using a vacuum to fish lines for electrical. A lot of people don't know about it. You put a bag on a string and you put a vacuum on the other end and you can suck that bag like 1,000 feet.
Oh, wow. That's a good one. If you could design your own tool, what doesn't exist yet on the market, or what would you do differently? Like tweaking a design of an existing tool, it could be anything. What would be your input on something?
I'm sure I have one probably every day, but
off the top
of my head, I can't. I did talk about that impact gun, but my favorite tool, I love the bandsaw. We used to cut pipe with a hacksaw and Unistrut with a hacksaw back in the day. So you can imagine. And then we went to the chop saw, which is really dusty and everything. So I would definitely say I love the bandsaw.
That's a good one. Nice. What brings you to Atlas Machinery? What do you like about Atlas?
What I like about Atlas is they have every tool and like every tool you're looking for. And none of that is the people who work here have the passion about the tools and the knowledge about the tools. Whether you're an electrician looking for a router to do carpentry work, you'll not know anything about a router, but there's people here that'll help you and explain what you need, and they're not going to oversell you on something that you don't necessarily need for that application.
That's great.
Unpopular opinion about what?
In your field.
Oh, an unpopular opinion. A lot of people don't want to get dirty at work. They don't want to get into the drywall dust, and you see my knees. I got been crawling around. The electrical industry, there's so many different facets. You can be somebody who does PLC work where you're on a computer. You can be a site foreman. There's so many different avenues. So I would say the unpopular opinion of being a dirty tradesman is not a thing. You can make as much money as you want. You just got to put the time in.
When you're feeling overwhelmed, what do you do?
I'm overwhelmed right now. I work. I'm a workaholic. I love work and it calms me down. When I'm overwhelmed, I best place to be for me is at work.
Here's a good one actually. What's a typical morning for you consist of? What time do you get up? What's your routine? If you missed something in that morning, what would throw you off? You do it every morning type thing.
Yeah. So I get up at 4 a.m. I grab my lunch and grab a coffee. I load the truck, whatever I need for that day. If I hadn't loaded it the night before, which I usually haven't. Batteries are not always charged, which kind of sucks sometimes, but I try to charge them on the road. I leave the shop at 5. We get to any site at 6. And then my typical day, I'll leave that site at 1:30, go to other sites, probably come home 4 or 5 o'clock, sometimes later.
Wow.
And then I work on the business end of things till 10.
Long days, man. That's great. No,
I did that before I owned my own company. That's why it drove me to do my own company.
Right. Yeah, if you're putting the time in, it might as well be for yourself, right?
Yeah.
What's a lesson that you learned the hard way?
A lesson I've learned the hard way is there's always many different ways to do a task. Sometimes you need to take a minute, walk away from it, or try to take a break and do something else, and then come back to that task, because when you get frustrated and overwhelmed with not being able to do something, like if you're trying to fish a wall, giving yourself a couple minutes to calm yourself down and try it again would be definitely
the reset.
definitely a good
the reset
doing the
to it.
reset, and
Sweet.
definitely learned that the hard way.
Nice, man. Awesome. That's great. What is the greatest tool store on Erie?
That would be Alice.